All right, guys. Good to see you again through video. We are going to finish up 8-4, which is dealing with rate and applications. And today we're going to really deal with the applications, or at least two of them. And the first application we're going to deal with is commission rate. So I don't know if some of your parents have worked or are currently working under commission or for commission, but basically what that means is for a sales job, you get paid, a salesperson gets paid based off what they sell. So if I sell $1,000, if I sell boats and I sell a $1,000 boat, I make money off the sale of that boat. If my commission rate, for example, on that boat is 10%, then I'm going to get $100 off the sale of that $1,000 boat. What we're going to be doing in these problems, though, is they're going to be giving you how much money you made and how much money you sold, or how much merchandise you sold, and then you're going to find the percent of that, those sales that you're going to get as commission. Oh, don't want to do that here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one way of doing these. There, again, like we talked about, there's multiple ways of doing it, but I basically want to know what is the part and what is the whole. So the part is the commission that I make, which is $120, and the whole is what I sell in merchandise altogether. And what I want to do with that fraction now is turn it into a percent. So I can divide, or I can set up my proportion if I wanted to, but regardless of the way I'm going to do it, and this has to be 100, right, because it's percent. But the way I want to do it is I want to first simplify this fraction. So looking at this, you notice that 10 goes into both of them. That's why I can cross out a 0 there. And then what goes into 12 and 200? 2 goes into both. 2 goes into 12 6 times. 2 goes into 200 100 times. And look what I have here. I have the percent of commission, or the rate of commission, which is 6 over 100. We call that 6%. So what does that mean? That means that this salesperson sold $2,000 worth of merchandise, and they get 6% of that total sales number, and that happens to be 120. So 120, we can also say, is 6% of 2,000. 120 is 6% of $2,000. So that's one way to work these problems out. And that's hopefully the way you're going to use if you get confused. But if not, let's look at number 1 on page 223 on the try these. Number 1, the amount sold. So that's basically your total sales. $6,500. So that's they're going to call it the amount sold, or we can call it the total sales. And then the commission they received is $292.50, and that was their commission. So what I'm trying to find out again is their rate of commission, or their commission rate. So I want to know what percent of their sales are they receiving back as commission. So again, here what I'm going to do is I'm asking $292.50, I'm going to drop that 0, is what percent of 6,500? What percent of 6,500? So 292 is what percent of 6,500? So translating this further, 292.5 is what percent of 6,500? So how am I going to solve for the percent? Well, I'm going to undo this multiplication by dividing, and I do it to both sides to keep it balanced. And really my division problem is 292.5 divided by 6,500, which again It's not an easy problem to do, but it is possible for you. So we're going to try it out here, and I'm going to write it up here. 292.5 divided by 6,500. Okay, and again, that can be kind of imposing because you're dealing with a 4-digit number you're dividing into. All right, put your decimal where it belongs. 6,500 does not go into 2,900, so it goes into it 0 times. But does it go into 29,250? And it does. So really what I'm seeing is 6,000 goes into 29,000, maybe 4 times. So I'm guessing here, 6,500 goes into that 4 times. So 6,500 times 4, 0, 0, 20, 24, 26. It goes into a 20, so I get a 26,000. So it is about 4 times. I'm going to erase my work here so I can keep going. And that was 2,600. Okay, then I'm going to subtract 0, 5, 2, 3, 3,250. And then I'm going to bring down another 0. And then 6,500 goes into 3,250. I'm going to try 5 times. 6,500 times 5. 0, 0, 25. Ooh, look at that. 3,250. It goes exactly into that. Okay, so you're like, okay, what's my answer? Is it 0.045? Well, what are we asking for in this problem? What percent? This is a decimal number. Do you know how to get to my percent? Move the decimal point 1, 2 times to the right, and I get my commission rate of 4.5%. So this person makes 4.5% of the amount sold. Therefore, $292.50 is 4.5% of 6,500. So that's what you get on that answer. And yes, is it tough? Yes, but thankfully you will not be doing too many of those problems. That was a try these number 1, and that's how you would work that problem out. Set up your formula, or you can set up a proportion. Either way, you're going to get that answer if you do it correctly. Okay,